is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Second down and inches. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Back in his home state, Royce Freeman getting the carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
2nd and 3. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
They'll set up to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Cleveland Farrell with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. On fourth down, on is Colby Wadman now to punt. Taken in at the 11. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
Ready? 180. Too low, Captain.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Next to score, Broncos 7, Raiders 0. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 20-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. He's jumping.
They'll run it with Johnson. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to Jake Butt. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Lindsey. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Second and 4. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 27-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Okay, right. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
2nd and 11. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Ready.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Here's Lindsey. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
He's crossing. Ball gone. Check that. H3, 218. Chopper, chopper. Zoom, fellas. Let's go.
So that'll back him up 5. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. He'll drop to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get right, made them kick the field goal, and yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. Dontari Poe in on the stop.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Newton on 3rd down. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. Steps away to his left. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Check, 47.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Flushed out right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On second down, it's Johnson. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he's got the first as he'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On second down, Jacobs. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a first and 10 at the 17. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. On second down now, it's Johnson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They come out here in the eye. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it with Jacobs, and they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And that'll set them back 5. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Newton. Being chased out left. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown, Raiders! The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll throw now on the final play. It's Kelsey on the grab. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Noah Spence. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Third and long, it's Newton. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. They will go for it. Now Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I'll guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's going to be caught. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Let's go. To Nelson Aguilar. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Third 66. Fully high. Shit. Watch the shit. Go.
They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Second and 5. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Maurice Hurst in there to drop him for a loss on the play. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up. Try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And McManus able to put it through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Keep it up, defense. Gun.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Great.
Here's Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jacobs. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Newton. He gets it to Brown, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 43. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. They go back to the ground with Johnson. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On second down, it's Jacobs, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Throwing on third down, Newton. Got him in, it's Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They go to Johnson again. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. The busy night continues for Johnson. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He couldn't quite find the goal line, but a good run of 8 yards is going to make it an interesting 4th and goal now. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They snap it to Newton. And no, it's incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bronco defense comes up big. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. Room here to run. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. That good for 22 and a first down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They'll set up a throw. It's caught by Aguilar. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll look to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Lindsey. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
It's always been funny to me, Brandon, when coaches always talk about on hot days like the one we have here. Oh, it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hotter for the defensive side, and they sag a lot quicker.
Yeah, they say the dog days of August, the heat we're seeing here today, dog days of September, and the advantage right now on the offensive side. Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check crouch and spin. Bravo. Stand, go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 30 days, let's go. Our time, it's our time. Alpha.
Mike 50. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
The mic. 56 is the mic. Take me up. Here we go.
Ready, go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Lindsey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A 9-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Broncos, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Miami next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they too will leave here at 1-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
one up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and